Welcome to Alaskwatch, the show all about Bigfoot in the great state of Alaska. I'm your host, Beans Baxter. So lace up your boots, zip up your coat, and come with me on an adventure as we explore all things cryptid in the last frontier. All right, guys, thanks for coming back. This is part 2 of the Marsh Lake Trail. I'm here at the beautiful Marsh Lake. I just had a seat here on these nice benches, drink my water, and kind of rested and had a little respite. And now it's time to head back toward the truck. Another 3 miles that way. So gonna head out, and probably not gonna document the trail as much as I did on the way out here. Probably gonna be more like me talking about Alaska and trail stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Actually, it's a little later than I thought. I thought it was about 2 p.m. It's actually closer to 3, which I was here for probably 20 minutes, maybe even 30. I've got some time, but I should be okay. It doesn't get sunsets at like 8, actually a little bit before, but I should be out of here hopefully well before then. And it is a trail, so hopefully I won't get lost. So here we go. We're gonna head back toward the truck and have a little Alaskan hike. These burned trees, this burned landscape here, it makes for some interesting silhouettes. I don't know if I'm gonna try and point it. See that little arch on top of that limb there that's coming out? Well, walking up on that from the trail here, it looked like a little monkey sitting on that branch, complete with tail and everything. And I was staring at it pretty hard coming up the trail there. Yeah. But there's all kinds of stuff along the landscape here. These dark spots, there are burnt stumps and limbs, and I've caught myself staring at a couple of interesting silhouettes that just ended up being, well, burned trees. So I'm out here fighting pareidolia every day fighting the pareidolia, but it's out there and it's gonna get you. Story time. So this was before Alaskwatch, or before I really got serious about documenting stuff, and I was just kind of into Bigfoot for the fun of it. I was in Salt Fork State Park, and this was many years ago, and I think, if I remember correctly, I was on the Stonehouse Trail, and I had just kind of started, and was just walking, and right before I got on the trail, there was a bunch of kids that I think were on a field trip or something, I don't know, that came off the trail. And of course, they're kids, they're like elementary school kids. They're yelling, screaming, hollering. And so I get on the trail as they leave, and I don't get too far, far enough, and I heard what I can only describe as like a almost like a champagne cork popping. And it didn't sound like a wood knock, but it was more like a pop. And it's always made me wonder about the debate between wood knocks and whether they're made with like trees, logs, or with their mouth or something. Because the sound I heard, I always kind of, it just reminded me of something you make with your mouth. And so I kind of leaned in that direction for a while. But then, you know, Rob Roy heard a knock, and he believes he heard like debris falling from a tree in the direction he heard it. So I don't know. Personally, I kind of think it might be both, depending on the situation, the location, all kinds of things. I think they're able to produce a wide range of sounds, probably using their mouth, and all kinds of objects they find in the forest. So those are my thoughts on that. This is a part of the trail that got left out of the other video. That this is the part that I thought was a little sketch, because we just came from that big wide open trail that looks like you could drive a freaking side-by-side on it, to this. I think it gets a little narrower up here. Look at it. This is where I was like, am I still on the trail? Of course, the way back always seems shorter than the way there. I would have told you that section probably was 100 yards. Actually, it is kind of still going. Maybe it is about 100 yards. It's so thick. Oh, my feet are okay, but my legs are barking. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. Probably won't be working out tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Saturday? Maybe. I think tomorrow's supposed to be like upper body. Maybe I'll do it. Spoiler alert, I'm probably not. When I get done with my workouts, my watch tells me, like, estimates what my recovery time is going to be. Kind of curious as to what it's going to say after this. It's probably going to say something like 7 days. I'll try to remember to update you when I get back and shut it off. we're officially 5 miles in, or back 5 miles round. I don't know. Whew. Beans is getting gassed. Usually 4 miles is pretty good for me. 2 in, 2 out. Stump squatch. So I did have a little moment a while ago. It kind of freaked me out. So I was walking along and I thought I heard something behind me, but I think what it was my water bottle shifting in my backpack. And I whirled around and had my hand on my pistol, but just a false alarm. I saw a squirrel, so that's 1 squirrel and like 4 spruce grouse or something. I don't know. Can't wait to take this backpack off. You know, most of the time I'm like, man, do I really need all this shit? But then I'm like, what if you find something, Beans? And you gotta go all the way back to get evidence collection shit. Or you get hurt, you need your first aid stuff. It's probably worth carrying it around, I guess. I could probably get by with just my pistol, bear spray, and reach. Maybe a camelback or something. And a knife. And lighter. Man, I like having my trusty tourniquet and bandages and evidence collection kit. Kind of wishing I'd put a beef stick or a protein bar in my pack. I didn't bring anything to eat. Got stuff in the truck, but I'm here complaining about what I'm carrying around and wishing I had more. Oh, the irony. Tell you what, I almost put on my Sitka jacket, my heavier coat, but I knew, hey, there's the fence, guys. We're back in familiar territory. But I knew that if I did, I'd probably get too hot. I just end up putting it in my pack. And then I was like, but what if you get hurt and have to spend the night out there? And I was like, shut up, Beans. You think too much. We'll start a fire. So, yes, I think I've got an emergency blanket, I think. Pretty sure I do. So we're about 5.5 miles in, and I was like, oh, there was something I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it was. I'll turn the camera on and start talking, telling a story, whatever it was I wanted to do. I don't even remember now. Camera wouldn't work. Wouldn't turn on. Wouldn't record. Nothing. It was a little weird. It's given me problems before, but usually it's after I like let it set for a long time, or if I like charge it and don't use it for a while. The Volta, the little like extra battery pack slash tripod thing I use, like disconnects from the camera and gives me problems. But I mean, I was just using it just a few minutes ago, and then it wouldn't work. It was like stone cold dead. Starting to get a little eerie feeling, like, oh god, are my electronics like dying? I got a news alert or something on my watch, so apparently I still had cell service. So I guess it was just my goofy GoPro. I go back and forth with this thing. I really enjoy it, but that, like I said, if I let it set for a little while and don't use it, I've got to like reconnect it to the Volta thing. I can't just grab and go. It's always some kind of like preparation. I have to make sure it's ready to go. But that was kind of crappy that it wasn't working there. Like, what if something like walked across the trail and I hit the record button and nothing happened? Oh my gosh. That would have been so bad. I guess I would have had to get my phone out and hopefully I could get a shot of it as I'm like running after it. Wait. Now I'm afraid to turn the damn thing off again. Tell you what, I'm almost at the point where I'm like, if something started chasing me now, like, I'm pretty damn close to the trailhead, to the truck. But after walking this much, I'm still like, I don't think I'd make it. I just have to fight. I have to empty my bear spray and my pistol and pull out the old tomahawk, because I don't think I can run anywhere. I don't think I could run as far as I could see here. Oh. It's gonna be, you know what's gonna be great is I'm gonna drive home. I got like an hour and a half drive home. Just sitting there sedentary in the truck. And my legs are just gonna be so stiff when I get home and I get out of the truck. It's gonna be like I'm just gonna like roll out of the truck, just fall on the ground. My legs aren't even gonna work. All right, nice and easy. Oh, look, another hill. some pretty awesome views. So I'm arriving from the lake, but I want to go to the parking lot. I'm just kidding. I know which way to go. I was thinking about that bit in that movie Big Trouble where they're going to the airport and he's like, arrivals, departures. We're arriving at the airport, but we're departing on a plane. It was funny. Oh, 5.84 miles. Home stretch, I think. Woo, home stretch. Much like the lake, I keep thinking like, oh, okay, this is it. Here's the parking lot. Okay, this is it. Here's the parking lot. And it just keeps going. We are at 6 miles. I thought I'd be done by now. Oh. I looked at my map on my inReach, and of course it looks like I'm like right on top of the parking lot. It's probably like a quarter mile in map scale, you know. I was like, darn it, I thought I was done. Always just a little bit further. Nothing like seeing your truck or vehicle at the end of a long hike too, like knowing you got some warmth coming up. See, I thought this was the parking lot here. I was like, oh, I'll be able to see the bathroom here in a second. And that was like 5 minutes ago. I'm still going. Hopefully I followed the right sign. Looked like I did. It just keeps going. 6 miles my ass. Oh. And still it goes. Might run out of memory cards here for. Oh, they're okay. I think we're there. It's like this thing only holds like an hour and a half worth of video. There's somebody else in the parking lot besides me. All right. Thanks for coming with me on the hike. I really appreciate you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more cryptid and Alaska content. Head over to lasquatchpodcast.com and check us out over there. And I'm on all the socials too. So you can find us just about anywhere you look. Except for Threads. I haven't jumped on that train yet. Whew. There it is. 6 miles. Actually, 6.19. So, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it.